So, some of my students are interested to know how to prepare for practical organic chemistry for IITG. Well, practical organic chemistry mainly is divided into three categories. First category is related to practical organic chemistry. The practicals are those which are normally carried out in a degree level, but the theory aspect of the practical chemistry has been given in plus 2 level itself. 11th class NCERT book talks about Lessine test, Jeld Hall estimation of nitrogen, Jumas method, so on, and how to separate different organic liquids or solids and liquids, etc. Normally, these experiments people are doing in degree colleges. So, from that aspect, there can be questions. The second aspect, what are the characteristic tests to identify functional groups like alcohols, phenols, aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, amines, etc. These questions can be asked in IIT Advanced. How many of the following compounds can give positive iodoform test? How many of the following compounds can respond to ferric chloride test? How many of the following compounds can respond to the Lucas reagent test at room temperature? How many of these can react with the Tollens reagent? How many of the following can react with the litmus solution? So, how many of the following compounds can react with sodium bicarbonate? An integer type model question. These questions actually can be addressed to by having a practical knowledge in the plus 2 laboratory itself. They can be asked. Rarely some questions they are asking like which of the following compound answer the xanthate test. For example, when alcohol reacts with carbon disulfide in presence of KOH, you get a yellow coloration or yellow color precipitate known as xanthate. Even that type of questions are very rarely asked. Normally integer type, these are the models they are asking. Therefore, to study practical organic chemistry, these aspects are to be covered very clearly. One should know that aldehydes answer the test with Schiff's reagent. What is Schiff's reagent? Basically, it is a plant extract having a particular pink color. That material is being decolorized by bubbling sulfur dioxide into it, and you will be getting a material that is known as Schiff's reagent. What exactly is the structure of that basic pustin and the rosanilin hydrochloride? How it is decolorized? What molecular changes happen when it is decolorized by bubbling SO2 into it? Why the aldehydes restore the color of the Schiff's reagent? So, which type of compounds are answering only Tollens test? Those which are not answering the failing test. What is Tollens reagent? What is failing reagent? And why actually Tollens reagent is giving silver mirror with aldehydes? Why the Tollens reagent is not giving silver mirror, but it is giving a grey color precipitate with terminal alkynes? In what way they are different? Why alpha hydroxy ketones can answer the test of aldehydes, answer the test of Tollens reagent, for example, and why benzaldehyde is not able to react with failing reagent. All these aspects are to be understood very clearly. In these video lectures, I propose to talk to you only about the alcohols tests, aldehydes tests, ketones tests, carboxylic acids, and what type of questions are being asked in IITG. If you want to prepare all by yourselves with this input, you see previous IIT advanced questions, they are as simple as that. Just prepare about the importance of Lessine test, why hydrogen is not responding to Lessine test, why hydrazoic acid cannot respond to Lessine test, why diazonium chlorides on strong heating may not respond to Lessine test. What is the disadvantage of taking excess of sodium in Lessine test? If you take excess of sodium, You don't get sodium thiocyanide even if the compound has both carbon and nitrogen. Thiocyanide will give you actually sodium sulfide and sodium cyanide separately if the sodium is excess. Normally we take excess of sodium, that is a problem. Okay, and why should I decompose the thiocyanide before testing for chloride in the Lessine solution? I should have clear-cut idea, how I am converting nitrogen into sodium cyanide, what type of test is carried out for cyanide ion with the Lessine solution. Why should I neutralize it with a diluted acetic acid or hydrochloric acid when I am trying to identify the presence of cyanides? All these ideas are to be understood very clearly. So, we are going to make one or two lectures based on that. Our rule of the game, no lecture will go beyond 10 minutes. With this introduction, you can try to make your own preparation with the standard books you have. But we will be giving video lectures soon. Thank you very much.